All right, let's just dive right in. We're going to talk about something I think pretty much everyone has experienced: overthinking conversations. We're going to explore why our brains get totally stuck on repeat and what it might secretly say about who we are. It all starts with this, doesn't it? You know that feeling after a chat, maybe a meeting, or heck, even just a simple text, and your mind just grabs onto it and absolutely refuses to let go. And you start to fixate on that one specific thing you said. You're thinking, was that weird? Did that sound stupid? Or maybe it was that one pause, that little moment of silence. You start wondering, why'd they pause like that? What were they really thinking? Or, it could be a look they gave you that you just can't figure out, and it just plays in your head over and over and over again. So this whole phenomenon, right? This mental habit of basically hitting rewind on our conversations, we're gonna call it the conversation replay. And trust me, it is not just some random quirk. Nope, this is all about psychology. There are some really fascinating reasons why our brains do this. So let's break it down and figure out what's actually happening in your head when you get caught in this loop. Okay, first up, let's meet the main character in this story, the inner critic. You know that voice? This is really where so much of that overthinking gets started, from a deep, deep sense of self-judgment. And here's what's so wild. It's this total paradox, right? On the one hand, if you're an overthinker, you probably have super high self-awareness. I mean, you analyze every little word, every tone, every reaction. But, and this is the key, on the other hand, there's this low self-trust. So you're amazing at noticing how you come across, but you just don't trust that your judgment was any good. And because of that, your brain is on high alert, constantly scanning for mistakes, even when there's absolutely nothing wrong. And that right there, that leads straight into this sneaky kind of perfectionism. See, for you, the goal isn't just to communicate. Oh no. The goal is to say the perfect thing. And that's a totally impossible standard that just traps you in that replay cycle. Think about it like this. Your brain isn't just a memory bank. It's acting like a film editor. It's going back, looking for ways you could have told the perfect joke, or come up with a much cleverer reply, or just gotten the timing perfect. It's trying to re-edit a scene that's already been filmed and is long gone. But look, it's not all just happening inside our own heads. The next big piece of this puzzle is all about how we deal with the outside world and, other people. Yeah, this brings us to a really important idea in psychology called the social anxiety bias. Basically, our brains are kind of wired to be on the lookout for social danger. Think about it from an evolutionary perspective, it was a survival skill. This means we are way, way better at spotting potential rejection than we are at noticing acceptance. So you could have a fantastic conversation, but your brain will just latch onto that one tiny awkward second and play it on a loop, completely ignoring the 99% that went perfectly. And here's another thing. A lot of overthinkers are actually incredibly emotionally intelligent people. Like, you're the one who can spot the tiniest shift in someone's tone or a flicker in their expression. But here's the catch. Without solid emotional boundaries, you don't just notice those feelings, you absorb them. You become like a sponge, and you end up carrying the weight of everyone else's emotions, which is just completely and utterly exhausting. At the end of the day, conversations are just messy. They're unpredictable, we have no real control over how someone's gonna react or what they're gonna say next. And for a brain that absolutely craves control, that kind of uncertainty is torture. So what does it do? It runs back to the past, the only thing it can analyze, and it tries to fix it. And this whole cycle, it shows you the trap perfectly. It's what some psychologists call the illusion of control, right? You replay the past, you hunt for these so-called mistakes, and you try to map out how you'll fix it for the future. But let's be real, it doesn't actually help. It doesn't prevent anything. All it does is lock you inside this frustrating, endless loop. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. This all sounds kind of bad, right? Pretty negative. But hang on, because we're about to get to the most important part of this whole thing, the surprising truth that's hiding underneath. Let me be super, super clear about this. If you overthink conversations, it absolutely does not mean you're broken. It doesn't mean something is wrong with you. Actually, it's often a sign of some really incredible hidden strengths. Yeah, seriously. A lot of the time, overthinking is just the flip side of some really amazing traits. It means you care, like you really care about your relationships and how you make people feel. It means you're an incredible observer. You see the world in high definition. And it means you feel things deeply. These are your strengths, not your weaknesses. So the goal here isn't to stop caring or to stop being observant. No way. The real power is in learning when to stop analyzing. It's knowing when the deep dive into the past just isn't helpful anymore. It's about learning to draw that line in the sand and little by little starting to trust yourself. And I just want to leave you with this one last thought to chew on. While you're completely tied up in knots, replaying every single thing you said, what if the other person is doing the exact same thing about what they said? They're probably not even thinking about your mistakes because they're way too busy obsessing over their own. Kind of changes things, doesn't it?